Shalom. All praises, honor, and glorification unto our power. Call Halimla Alahainawa Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations as well as health and wellness unto the hopeful elect of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai scattered across the earth. This is your brother Allah coming to you with another lesson. And Lord willing, this lesson will be entitled The adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. And this lesson will be a landback off of the video which I'm not sure if he's a brother or elder, but I'll say elder, right? But this lesson will be a landback off of the video that the elder put up, whose channel was entitled GMSKC Living Waters. And Lord willing, the elect of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai be edified. Because that adultery, man, that's a heavy act that's committed in the society, and it's promoted, man. It's all throughout the music. It's in the fucking movies. It's just everywhere, man. Let me see, read it. So, Lord willing, I'll get a good amount of scriptures. As you see, I don't have any planned, but let's get Leviticus 20:10. And it reads, "And the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death." Right? And see, this is according to the word of the Lord. Now, of course, you can't do that within a society. You have to move with wisdom and take the law, But ultimately, in the ancient world and in the kingdom, we're going to be able to, like in the ancient world, this was done, right? The judgment was executed. Now, right now, we have to move with wisdom. Because if you were to, execute that judgment, which would be unwise, you end up locked up. And then if you're locked up, how are you going to teach? So you got to move with wisdom. You got to take the low. Just kick the bitch out, man. Just kick the bitch out. Right? But hey, that wrath though, let me get that. Furious is the rage of a man. This is Proverbs 6, starting at verse 32. And it reads, "But whoso committeth adultery with the woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul." And the Lord hates that shit. Just like the elder mentioned. And we have to hate that shit as well. Let's see, "But whoso committeth adultery with the woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. A wound and dishonor shall he get, and his reproach shall not be wiped away. For jealousy is the rage of a man, therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. He will not regard any ransom, neither will he rest content, though thou givest many gifts." And that shit is fucking wicked, man. Which I've done videos regarding this before, right? Because you have guys out here that do these so-called gold digger pranks, but on several occasions they encounter these women who say they have men, and then these niggas still take them back to the fucking house, man. So you niggas are gonna die, bro. You niggas who are in that spirit, that ass is grass, man. Like I said, the Lord hates that shit. And once again, just like the elder mentioned, we committed adultery against our power. So the Lord hates that shit, man. Matter of fact, let me get that. Let me prove that. Jeremiah 3:1. It reads, they say if a man put away his wife, and she go from him, and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted? Because a woman is supposed to only have be popped by one man, with the exception of if that man dies. If that man dies, then she could be married to another man, right? But say, she becomes a man's wife, of course, by the way of sex. Sex is marriage. But then they split. Well, she has to remain unmarried. That's the way it's supposed to be done, you know? Right? So, Jeremiah 3:1, they say if a man put away his wife, and she go from him, and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return again to me, saith the Lord. See that? Right? Let me get Exodus 20 and verse 14, and it reads, thou shalt not commit adultery, which adultery is a man sleeping with another man's woman, right? And for a woman, adultery is a woman who's married sleeping with another man, right? Now, a man sleeping with multiple women, as long as all those women are single, that's not adultery. That's simply a man dealing with multiple women, which is lawful but not expedient, right? It's not a wise thing to do within a society, but technically it is lawful. You can do it, but it'd be unwise because it's just gonna bring unnecessary bullshit, man. These women don't submit unto that, so all it's gonna bring is fucking drama. If she finds out or some shit, no, man, just use wisdom. But ultimately, it's lawful, but it's not expedient. Uh, This is First Corinthians 6:12, and it reads, "All things are lawful unto me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but I will not be brought under the power of any." First Corinthians 10:23, "All things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not." And the word edify means to build, right? So all things aren't beneficial towards you, right? See? So let me pull up that word. Well, let me look it up. Expedient, right? It's not something that you should do. It says of an action convenient and practical, although possibly improper or immoral, which a man dealing with multiple women is proper. It's okay, it's lawful, but it's not expedient. It's not convenient, right? So let's see. And I mentioned this before. The first things you Jakes should be asking a woman, if you're one of those jakes that approach women or whatever, first thing you should ask is if she's single. Because if she's not single, there's nothing else to fucking talk about. There's no getting to know her. There's no being a fucking friend. If a woman is married, she's not to have any fucking male friends. And you men out there ought to set that standard. Ain't no married. Come on, man. What the fuck? A married woman having male friends? Because they do that nowadays. They have male best friends and all this stupid fucking shit. That's off. That's fucking off, right? The scriptures say, so you Jakes, once you find out a woman is not single, you cut that shit, man. Have some fucking integrity. And the Lord can fucking clip you for doing that shit. In an ancient world, you would be clipped. You'd be fucking killed, man. the spot. Uh, Come on, man. Fuck. Let me just go get it. Ecclesiasticus 9. Shit, where is it? Verse 9. It reads, Sit not at all with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in thine arms, and spend not thy money with her at the wine, lest thine heart incline unto her, and so through thy desire thou fall into destruction. Right? And really, you shouldn't even be really looking at another man's woman, man. That's in the 8th verse. Turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another's beauty. That woman belongs to a man. So what the fuck are you looking at her for, man? And look not upon another's beauty, for many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman. For herewith love is kindled as a fire, right? See, right? Let me see. It's another one. Fuck, I'd have to find it. It may be the 37. Let me see. I believe I can find it. No, I don't think it's all the way up in 40. Let me see. Here it is. This is Ecclesiasticus 23 and verse 18, and it reads, A man that breaketh wedlock, which to break wedlock means to commit adultery, saying thus in his heart, Who seeth me? I am compassed about with darkness, the walls cover me, and nobody seeth me. What need I to fear? The Most High will not remember my sins, it says. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men and considering the most secret parts. He knew all things ere ever they were created, so also after they were perfected he looked upon them all. This man shall be punished in the streets of the city, and where he suspecteth not he shall be taken. Thus shall it go also with the wife that leaveth her husband, and bringeth in an heir by another. For first she hath disobeyed the law of the Most High, and secondly she hath trespassed against her own husband, and thirdly she hath played the whore in adultery, and brought children by another man. She shall be brought out into the congregation, and inquisition, meaning examination, shall be made of her children. Her children shall not take root, and her branches shall bring forth no fruit. She shall leave her memory to be cursed, and her reproach shall not be blotted out. And they that remain shall know that there is nothing better than the fear of the Lord, and that there is nothing sweeter than to take heed unto the commandments of the Lord. Right? It is great glory to follow the Lord and to be received of him as long life. Right? So once again, the first thing you're to ask a woman, uh, if you're one of those jakes that approach women and you see a woman that you like, which nothing's wrong with that, approaching a woman. Me personally, well, it's not about me, you know, but like I said, the first thing you should be asking is, are you single? Do you have a man? You know, because if she's not, the whole shit is cut, man. There's no moving forward. No, the shit is cut, right? So, that's pretty much the point. Let's see. I believe it's Hebrews 11. This is Hebrews 13 and 4, and it reads, Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled, but whoremongers and adulterers the Most High will judge. See that? So that's pretty much the point. With that, Lord willing, you were edified. Once again and forever, all praises, honor, and glorification unto our power. Call Halim La Alahain Nawa Yahweh Ba Shemi Abushai Ba Shimra Kwadash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations as well as health and wellness unto the hopeful elect of Yahweh Ba Shemi Abushai scattered across the earth. See you in the next lesson, Lord willing. Wa Yahweh Ba Shemi Abushai Baba Gasha Abba Ba. Wa Shalom Dite soon as stay sharp. Keep pushing. You sincere Akim Wa Akwa. Shalom.